So you got a court order to pay spousal support. What comes next? Do you have to pay this support order for the rest of time? Can it ever be modified? What's the process in modifying it? We're going to answer all those questions in this video. Hi, I'm Sina Mohajer with Mohajer Law Firm. We specialize in family law, estate planning, criminal defense, and personal injury. In these mini-series, I like to tackle complex legal issues and try to simplify it for our viewers in order to answer some questions that you might have about your particular legal situation. So if you like the contents of this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you're always informed of any new videos being posted. And without further ado, I welcome you all to our new mini-series called A Walk in the Park. So when can you modify your spousal support order? Well, the court always looks at if there's a significant change in circumstance, meaning your income has changed, whether it's your income or the receiving spouse's income. If there's any type of significant change, then definitely that's your opportunity to go back into court and request for a modification. In order to be able to request for a modification though, you're gonna have to file your typical documents called a request for order, or short for RFO. In those set of documents, you're going to also include an income and expense declaration. You're going to want to set forth the evidence to demonstrate that there's been a change in circumstance. For example, if you were retired, you were placed on disability, there's a change in your hours, or your income simply has just dropped. A lot of times, some complications can arise if you own your own business. As being your own business owner, you fluctuate as far as your monthly income. And so the court does take that into consideration when determining whether to modify your support order or not. But what are some mistakes or complications that you could be facing in any type of modification request? Well, one thing I see a lot is people just simply waiting to go back into court to modify because either A, they lost their job or they just can't afford their support amount. So they just simply stop paying or they don't do anything about it until many months down the line, and then they seek counsel and they want to get into court. The problem with that I see is that the court doesn't have any power to go back in time to modify all those months that you waited that you couldn't afford your support amount. So it's very important that the moment your significant circumstance changes, that you file your request for order and get back into court. The court has the ability to make orders retroactive to the date of filing. So if you wait months on down the road and you request for a modification, the court can only modify it from that point forward. All those months that you weren't working, I'm sorry to say, you owe that amount, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. So when is it important to actually seek legal counsel? And not every case requires you to have an attorney representing you. But I would say the times that it's most crucial or the most important is if your request for modification is being contested from the other side, if you own your own business where it becomes a little bit more complicated as far as demonstrating your income, if it fluctuates a lot, or perhaps you just have too many documents to go through and it's just a little challenging for you to be able to present your case more effectively. So if you have questions about your case, spousal support is a topic that can go in so many different directions. I welcome you to call our office and schedule a consultation. I'm happy to sit down with you one-on-one to discuss your options and look at your financial documents to determine the best strategy and the best approach to take for your particular case.